Good morning, Professor Shansky. How are you?
I'm doing fine.
Okay, I'm just gonna ask you quick questions, and then you can answer them, and then that'll be the whole interview.
Sounds good.
Okay. What inspired you to become a teacher?
I'll just keep my answers consistent, don't I? I'll repeat a little what I said last time. So, as I said once before, it was a couple of things, and as a matter of fact, I will even elaborate. But first of all, it's the most common in music to teach. It's very rare, actually, that someone does not teach in addition to being a performer or being, well, that's mostly, if you're a performer, you teach. And while I have music education degrees, which trained me for teaching, I was really headed towards a performance career, but you still always teach. So, I've always done that. But also, I mean, I've also had some good teachers in high school, which I think helped a lot too, to gear me that way. But mostly it wasn't so much inspiration, it's just that's what you do. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. What are some things that you have done to pursue this career?
Well, I have 2 degrees to pursue the career of teaching at a college level, which is different than teaching in K-12. I got a doctorate, which is what enabled me to teach at college. I was teaching as an adjunct for a large number of years at community colleges, one community college and one 4-year school. But to really be able to be a full-time college professor, you need a doctorate. And so when I earned my doctorate in 2009, that opened up some doors. But also just, in addition, lots of training. Just lots of hands-on training.
Was there ever a time that you questioned becoming a music teacher?
No.
No.
There's times when I question how good a teacher I am, but no. And there's frustration. There's times when I don't feel like doing it anymore. But those are one negative email can set you off. But otherwise, no, not really.
Okay. What would you say is the most rewarding part of your job?
The most rewarding part of my job here at Iona College, which is different than I do some private teaching back in New Jersey. But here at Iona College, where I'm teaching in classrooms mostly, when I get the sense that students are excited about what we're talking about. If we have a good class discussion, that's the most rewarding thing. Yeah, that's it, actually. If there's a, for whatever reason, if we have a discussion about something and it has to do with music, and everyone seems energized by it, then I'm super happy. The other day, for instance, my music and world culture students had to watch a couple scenes from a movie. And I simply asked them impromptu, so just what do you think of those scenes? We had a half-an-hour discussion, which kind of messed up my lecture for the day, but I didn't care. I don't know if it was half hour. It was like a good part of the class was just, we were talking about not the movie, because it's not a film class, but the music and the people, and it was a wonderful day because they got excited about it. And I'll take some credit because I told them to watch the scenes. And subsequent to that, we've actually been watching the movie now. So that's my present to them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I could also tell you that, well, me and as being one of your students, I know I like coming to your class because I know that I always leave with learning something new and a new skill.
That's great.
And we're doing notes, and I never played the recorder, and now I know something about it.
That's a funny thing because I've had student evaluations or course evaluations at the end of the semester, and occasionally it comes up, gee, I thought we'd learn how to play music, which is not what you do in music appreciation. That's not actually supposed to be the case. You're supposed to sit there and learn, in an academic way. But this is the first semester doing a recorder. I've done drumming, the last few semesters, but everyone seems pretty into it. It's been revealing to me that maybe that active learning, which I think is so important, maybe there's something to be said for it. Because if you leave at the end of the semester and you're gonna know more than the 5 notes because you're already at 4, exactly. And number 5 is coming possibly today, and you'll know how to play a few songs. Gee whiz, I wonder if that's the most valuable thing of all. So there you are. That's what excites me.
Okay, what was your first experience in this field? As a teacher and teaching?
As a college professor, my first experience was teaching music appreciation at Bergen Community College, starting in 1994. Yeah, started Somehow that date suddenly doesn't feel right. 1994. Got a little confused. As I said, I'd been private teaching since I was 15, so I'd experienced as a teacher, but a classroom is very different. And so that was the first time. Very different than private. Yeah.
Okay. What advice would you give people who want to be a music teacher at a college level?
At a college, so you're learning something. Because it is different, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think if you want to teach music at the college level, you have to, it really depends what kind of college you're hoping to go teach at. If you're hoping to go to a music school with music majors and so on, which is not what we have here, then you need to develop a very specific expertise. If it's in music history, a certain area of study. If it's or it's world music, or if it's, you need specific areas of study. On the other hand, those jobs are not, those aren't the only jobs. And so for a position like this, you need to kind of be a master of all things. I'm not an expert in everything, obviously, but I've gathered enough information in my life to be able to at least teach in a very general way music history courses, music theory, world music, and so on. So you have to be able to it's a different environment. So if you want to teach in a kind of a generalist sort of way, you have to be kind of aware of a lot of different things that happen in the music field.
Oh, okay. Okay, Professor Shansky, that
was
was it.
Thank
I'd
you.
like to thank you for letting me interview for you for
Yeah,
class.
absolutely.
Thank you.